Hello, and welcome back. I am Jason, the Last Wordslinger.
And I'm Wes, the Last Adder.
And this is another episode of our podcast, The Geek Chic.
Oh my god, really? Really?
You're going to strangle me any moment now for that one.
No, I'll save it for tomorrow.
Oh, what's tomorrow?
I don't know. It's Strangle Jason Day?
Well, good, because today is the 4th of July.
Yes, in fact it is.
And you cannot strangle me on the 4th of July.
Is there a law against that?
I'm pretty certain it's murder.
No.
No, not at
only
all.
if I get caught.
Okay.
Anyways.
Well, you were telling me about some stuff you saw online for the 4th of July.
Yes, for instance, George Washington riding a bald eagle.
He's the father of our country.
Yep,
all right.
Riding a bald eagle.
Okay, that's very patriotic.
That was holding a American flag.
Holding an okay.
While George Washington had an RPG.
Well, okay, that seems very American.
There was also a bald eagle head. It was saying America, not America,
America,
with Hulk Hogan on one side and Chuck Norris on the other side.
Well, both of those are also very American.
Yeah.
Did you know that Ben Franklin didn't want the eagle to be the...
Yeah, he wanted the turkey.
He wanted the turkey. Do you know why, my friend?
Because he was fat.
No, that is not the reason why. Because according to him, the eagle is a terrible bird to represent our country because it is a scavenger and a fiend, whereas the turkey is a noble bird.
Do you have any idea how annoying turkeys sound?
I know. Can you imagine our country if the turkey were our national bird?
No.
You know what the turkey should be the national bird of?
Turkey?
Yes!
No. That's ridiculous. There are no turkeys in Turkey. Don't you know anything?
Well, why is it called turkey?
I don't know, because they're crazy.
Oh. Isn't every national holiday Thanksgiving?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
Well, we have a lot to talk about this week.
Really? Wow, that was some blathering.
I know, that was some blathering. It was some significant blathering.
Okay, shut up.
Okay, so what are we going to talk about first?
I don't know.
We're looking at our list here. Do you have any preferences?
Yeah, we can start with movies.
Okay, let's start with movies. Okay, let's talk about Pacific Rim since we both watched the most recent trailer.
Which actually looks much better than all the other trailers I've seen for it.
Yeah, all the other trailers looked particularly stupid, like...
We're giant robots fighting monsters.
Well, here's the thing. I don't expect a lot of plot from a movie like this.
Yeah, admittedly.
Admittedly, the only plot I really expect is giant robots fighting giant monsters, which is what this movie is probably going to deliver. But you could have a movie like that and it still be good. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have a popcorn film and it's still good. But all the original trailers for Pacific Rim did not make this look like a good popcorn movie. Yeah. It made it look really stupid. Except the most recent one. What did you think?
I thought it was, actually showing you about the characters. It had a Ron Perlman moment.
Oh, it had a Ron... Yeah. By the way, before Wes continues, Ron Perlman is the only actor in that movie that I actually recognize.
I don't recognize any of them at all.
We even looked
the one guy from It's Always Sunny.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So
that's the only other guy.
Two actors, and
also he's a scientist.
Yeah, I don't get it, and he's doing bad, like Terrible Bosses 2, or what's the
Horrible
name?
Bosses 2, I think it
Horrible
was.
Bosses, yeah, he's doing like horror. I didn't even realize the first one made enough money to warrant a sequel.
Apparently so.
Oh, but anyway, back to Pacific Rim. Go on.
Yeah. What was it? Shows you more about the characters and the quote unquote plot.
Well, it also shows the process in which they get hooked into their giant fucking robots.
It looks really complicated.
It does. I mean,
excessively so.
Like they have to put on those are fireworks, by the way, if you hear those explosions in the background.
You keep telling yourself that.
I'm going to not think about the fact that it might be gunfire. Because we live in the ghetto.
We do not live in the ghetto. Shut up. Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim. Okay. No, I like that it showed a little bit more of the process of how they hook in. I mean, they have to wear these suits, and the suits look like they have to get filled with some sort of liquid. Do you remember that?
It's really excessively complicated.
Well, I mean, I imagine doing some sort of body to servo control for giant robots would be overly complicated.
No, it's clearly very simple.
Oh, you think it's just like Big O? You'd hop in a cockpit and just pull some believers and stuff?
That's what Gundam tells me.
Oh, yeah, well, that's Gundam.
Gundam teaches me this.
Well, there's your problem right there.
I'm sorry, Gundam is mech combat and not giant robot fights.
Well, you see, that's your problem right there, man. Those giant robots / mechs were made by the Japanese.
Well, of course.
The ones in Pacific Rim are American made.
Well, that's why they're going to suck.
Exactly. That's why they have to have...
but they have Japanese pilots?
Well, there are Asian Americans.
The movie clearly looked like it was like in multinational.
Well, there are Asian Americans, Wes.
No. That's
they do exist.
No.
You don't believe in them?
No, I'm just going to keep telling you no.
Are they like leprechauns?
No, I know an Asian American.
I know it's not. I know it's not St. Patty's Day. It's already come and gone this year. But I read this interesting theory that leprechauns were actually midgets in ye olde Ireland days.
Okay.
And people didn't understand what the concept of a midget was. They thought they were some sort of magical creature
that just so happened to have pots of gold and appear at the end of rainbows.
Oh, those are probably just stories made up about
the midgets.
Yeah.
Right.
To explain.
No.
No.
Anyways, we're done with Pacific Rim apparently.
Plesiosaur.
Apparently we're done with Pacific Rim, so let's move on.
Look at the plesiosaur.
Okay, so what else? Other movie were we talking about?
Oh, right, World War Z. I saw World War Z last night. Wes has yet to see it, right, Hatter?
Yar.
But you've seen the trailers for it. So what did you think of the trailers?
The trailers looked good. They were. I mean, it's really hard to tell. The trailers kind of point out that it could be, just another action movie. It could be a decent movie. Admittedly, it's got the Brad Pitt. I don't know anybody else who's starring in it.
Actually, there are not a lot of big name actors in this. It's really just Brad Pitt.
That's not bad.
No, it's not. But it's just Brad Pitt. I don't think there. I mean, knowing what I know about your knowledge of movies, I really don't think there'd be
credited actor I'm familiar with.
Yeah, pretty much.
I hate you too.
Well, I'm just speaking from the experience, buddy.
Okay.
Okay, but I saw the movie, and I give it a solid recommendation. Believe it or not, Jason actually enjoys the movie, right?
Jason enjoys lots of movies.
Well, yes, but very few ones that come out now.
Well, you still haven't seen Man of Steel.
That's true, and I might hate it.
You might.
I might.
But I liked it, so you.
Okay, well, you too.
I have no taste.
Oh, you have none. You play Pokemon.
What? Are you gonna hate on Pokemon?
No, well, we're gonna get into that in a second.
You hating on Pokemon? Bad things will happen if you hate on Pokemon.
You shut up. You shut up. We're still talking. All right. World War Z. I thought the movie draws you in really quick from the beginning. It doesn't wait. It wastes very little time. I think the climax was very suspenseful. The acting was, I wouldn't say it's Oscar winning, but it was good enough for the type of movie it was. Obviously, there's not a lot of plot because it's really just a zombie movie. Mm-hmm. But it's still very entertaining to watch. I didn't really get bored or tired at any point during the thing.
Well, that's good.
So, I would give it a solid recommendation.
Okay.
Yeah. There's some great moments, though. I'm not going to spoil any of the great moments for you. Well, okay, I'll tell you one. I have to give Brad Pitt's character, because, in a lot of horror movies, a lot of characters in horror movies act stupid.
Really, really stupid.
They do really dumb things. Like there's always the guy in the zombie movie that gets bitten.
Never tells anyone. And always bites them all in the ass.
Yeah, exactly. Always. Let me tell you this. Brad Pitt's character was not one of those characters, right? He made. I think there was only one point in the movie where he made a dumb decision. I'll let the listeners go and see the movie and figure it out for themselves. But one of the examples of him making really smart decisions was one of the soldiers that was running around with him protecting him gets bitten, right? What does Brad Pitt do immediately? Pulls out a knife and cuts their hand off. He's like, fuck that. Yeah. Okay. I'm just saying, it was refreshing to see an intelligent
main character
in a horror zombie genre movie, because you don't see that very often. So, but go check out World War Z. I'm encouraging Wes to do it. So
yes.
All right. Well, we mentioned Pokemon earlier, so I guess we'll talk about Pokemon
X and Y.
Yep.
Pokemon.
You see, I really haven't played Pokemon since Gold and Silver. I mean, I played Heart Gold and
Soul Silver
a while back, but then I kind of dropped out again. Wes plays Pokemon.
I've played almost every generation.
He's played every generation. He's playing right now, actually. So
yes, playing my way through Black 2.
But I still have memories of the original Pokemon. I'm not so familiar with the newer ones.
I'm familiar with about 500 of the 600.
500. That's still pretty good, could you look at a picture of most of them and say what their name is?
Most of them.
Okay, so that's still pretty impressive. So Wes would be the more knowledgeable one about Pokemon, but obviously X and Y is coming out. And
they announced the new type.
They announced the new, and that's what we're going to talk about is the new Pokemon type.
Out of all the choices they could have gone for, and admittedly they have covered most of them, but of all the ones they had left.
Let me just comment really quick and say that there was one Pokemon type that has been staring them in the face that could easily fit into a lot of Pokemon that already exist, but they completely overlooked in favor of this new one.
Yep.
And the Pokemon type I think they should have come out with is obviously a light type Pokemon because they already have dark type. So it would make sense that they come out with a light type Pokemon. I mean, light and dark makes perfect sense to me, right?
Yeah.
But that being said, they did not come out with that.
No, they didn't.
And beyond that, I can't think of really any other types.
Most of the types have been covered. They have a really decent list.
Maybe a wood type.
No, those are covered by grass.
Wood.
Covered by grass.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so ground, rock, and steel type.
Yeah, those are all three separate things.
Yeah. So is wood and grass.
No, grass and wood. They're both covered.
Oh yeah, they're only.
Like to point out, ground types immune to electricity. Rock types and steel types, no.
Okay, no. Rock type being weak against electricity does not make sense. Steel type, however, since metal is a conductor of electricity, does make sense.
It's still it's not super effective or anything. It's just effective.
Okay, well still, the point I'm making is that it makes, in my mind, it makes absolutely no sense that rock types are not strong against electric types.
Oh no, most times they are because they learn ground moves.
If I stick a car battery up to a stone I pick up off the street, it's not gonna oh god, the pain. Rah.
I would really hope not.
Yeah, I'd be a little confused. Why is this rock talking to me?
Don't question it, just go with it.
Spirit of Earth. Give me magic powers.
Not how this works.
I know.
Yeah, instead of doing the light type though, they chose fairies.
Fucking fairies. And obviously we know which Pokemon. I can already name a couple of Pokemon off the top of my head that I know are getting that new type.
Yes.
Obviously, Clefairy.
No, it's actually a steel type now.
What?
Nah.
What? No, but Clefairy, Clefable, Jigglypuff, and Jigglybuff and Wigglytuff and Igglybuff. Yeah.
Doesn't. Yeah,
I go
that pink thing that sings.
Yeah, that pink thing that sings. Yeah. So obviously those three of 5 are going to become.
That's actually 6.
The Clefairy, Clefable, Jigglypuff.
Well, there's Cleffa, which is Clefairy's.
Oh, whatever. Fuck you. Fuck you, dude. Okay, so 6 types are going to become fairy types, and the other one that they've revealed is the new Eevee type. The new new
Sylveon's going to be a fairy type.
Yeah, the new Eevee. Whoops, sorry. Slight technical difficulty there. We're good. The new Eeveelution is going to be a fairy type.
Yep, Sylveon.
Which annoys me because I like the fact that they come out with Eevee with all the different Eeveelutions. Like they start off with fire, water, and electricity, and then they added grass.
Well, no, they added Psychic and Dark.
Oh, yeah, they added Psychic and Dark, and then Grass
and Ice.
And Grass and Ice, and now they're going to have a Fairy type. But there are still lots of other types that they haven't come out with that people are waiting for.
Dragon Eevee!
Yes, a Dragon Eevee.
Don't question it.
Yeah,
Don't question it.
I mean, why not, right?
Ghost Eevee's going to be depressing.
Ghost Eevee, yeah, that means you have to kill your Eevee.
Repeatedly.
That's what we're theorizing, is if they ever come out with a Ghost Eevee, you have to kill your Eevee.
Just over and over again, because you can't perma-kill it.
And in the canon of Pokemon, you have to think about that. How did somebody discover the Ghost Eeveelution? Did they have to kill their Eevee kill Eevees in many different ways?
What if it was an accident?
It was an okay, well...
That's a freak accident.
That's the much less depressing way to think about it.
Isn't it, Josh?
Oh my god.
But fairies,
yeah.
Of all the things they could have made fairies super effective against, they chose dragons.
Which makes absolutely no sense.
Fairies are super effective against dragons. Don't question it.
But why?
Don't question it.
Why?
Because?
I mean, I never really understood the where dragons fall in the hierarchy of everything. Like, why is
the OP monsters of doom?
Yeah, but why is ice good against dragons? What lore are you pulling from that makes sense?
Well, admittedly, most dragons are not fond of cold temperatures.
Well, except ice dragons.
Don't count. Also, there are no canon ice dragons in Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, I get.
No, there's a water dragon.
And let's not even talk about Charizard not being a dragon.
What up?
The one Pokemon that looks most like a dragon.
Fire flying.
is a fire flying and not a dragon. What the fuck?
And yet I propose to you Vibrava.
Yeah, the thing that is a dragon that
Dragon ground type.
Well, what type was that again?
Vibrava. It's a dragon ground type.
For you listeners out there that doesn't know what Vibrava looks like.
You want to pull up a Trapinch and then a Flygon and try and figure out how it gets from one to the other.
Because it makes absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense at all.
No. Anyways.
But yeah, why haven't they come out with a light type? Why did they come out with a fairy type?
Actually, I know what fairies are weak to.
What?
Poison.
Because that makes sense. I guess they needed to really give poison something.
Poison needed more. The only thing it's really great against is
Psychic.
No, Psychic is super effective against poison.
Oh, really? Am I getting that confused?
Yes, poison is good against grass.
I know the poison was good against something that was important.
Well, grass is one of them. Grass is, very common.
Yeah, but grass is weak against much more common things like fire.
Fire and ice, flying, poison.
Yeah.
I can't remember the other thing poison was weak.
Was it ghost?
It was strong against... No.
It wasn't ghost?
No.
Is it poison was strong against poison?
No, actually poison is immune to being poisoned.
Ah.
Just like steel types. Steel types, immune to being poisoned. Oh. Suck it, Trebek.
Well, okay, so poison needed a little bit of a boost because no one uses poison because it's kind of sucky.
What I really wish was that fairies were weak to steel types.
That would be cool. Dark fairy.
Huh.
I can't wait to see.
So Gengar.
Okay, we're getting off this topic because we can go on for hours about this, so we're not gonna.
Why is this a bad thing?
Because I know you love Pokemon, and I shut up.
Just the man who was Gary Oak.
Gary motherfucking Oak.
Don't question it.
I did a good Gary Oak.
You want to get off topic?
No. We're moving on to our internet personality of the week.
Right. That was
Linkara.
Oh yes, Linkara.
Okay, Linkara is an internet reviewer.
He reviews lamps.
No, he doesn't. We're going to do Sad Panda soon.
We have to do Sad Panda
We're going to do Sad Panda soon. But we're talking about Linkara this week, and he does not review lamps.
Unless you're watching Sad Panda.
Oh, shut up. What does he review?
Comic books.
He reviews comic books,
and
yes.
Power Rangers.
And Power Rangers, which we'll get to in a bit. But yes, he reviews mostly, he's the comic book expert on website thatguywiththeglasses.com. And he's actually quite popular.
Yeah, he's ridiculously popular.
He has, I believe, over 200 episodes of his comic book review.
Off the fourth wall.
He does one every week, so that means he's been going for like over 4 years.
Yep.
He's been going for over 4 years, doing one every week, and it's actually pretty fantastic. It's very some episodes are meh, but a lot of them are really funny. Especially if you watch some of the ones where he really hates the comics so much.
One More Day.
Oh yeah, One More Day. He hates the comics. The Spider-Man storyline. He hates that comic so much. Some other good ones that he really hates. Amazon's Attack.
I'm not familiar with it. I don't really watch Linkara.
It was a DC. I know you don't watch Linkara, but you're familiar with.
Yeah,
Amazon's Attack was a DC event comic.
Uh-huh.
Where the Amazons from Wonder Woman mythos attack the regular world.
How'd that work out for them?
It didn't, and they used a deadly bee weapon.
That's funny.
And then of course we got the famous line from Batman in the comic, "My God, bees." Or was it bees? My God. It was one of the two. Oh. But Linkara, pretty fantastic. He's been doing this for a long time. Also, if you're a fan of like storylines, Linkara has continuing stories in his him as a reviewer is involved in storylines of his own creation within his review shows. Like he does little.
I'm gonna be honest, that doesn't make a lot of sense.
I know it's really difficult. Like he had you just have to watch it to see. You'll understand. I mean, but check him out just for the reviews, if not for anything else. Really funny guy. Been doing it for a while. Blah blah blah. But he, like Wes said, he also reviews
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers. What's the web series he does, Wes?
History of Power Rangers.
Yes, and how many has he done so far?
Approximately 14 to 15-ish?
Because he's gotten up to...
Mystic Force, the last one I did.
Yeah, he did Mystic Force last.
And Overdrive.
Oh my God, Operation Overdrive.
Don't question it. Wait, yes.
Operation Overdrive.
No, it was terrible. Stop that.
We're really big nerds.
No.
And because and Wes and I are gonna talk about the new Power Rangers series that's out right now.
Mega Force.
Now, this is all Wes's fault.
No, it's not.
It's all Hatter's fault.
No, it's your fault.
It's all Hatter's fault.
It's totally my fault.
Because what happened was we were hanging out, I think it was a Sunday.
Yeah, I was sitting in the main room watching Power Rangers.
Yeah, Wes was sitting in the main room watching Power Rangers, and he was about to start watching
Megaforce.
And
we wanted to see if it was any good.
Yeah, you want to see if it was any good, because, you know, sometimes you're feeling like a kid, feeling nostalgic, you want to try it out. Why not, right?
I want to watch superheroes beat up evil.
Yeah, you want to watch superheroes beat up evil in the most ridiculous fashion.
Don't question it.
No,
don't question it.
So I'm like, all right, you know what? F it, I'll watch too. So we sit down and we watch, and what happens?
Well, first it looks like, you know, it's a complete and utter rip-off of the original series.
A complete, and yeah, it literally looks like a rip-off. They have a Zordon character.
They have an alpha character.
Yeah, they have an annoying talking robot character.
The Zordon character literally says, "Go get me 5 teenagers."
Yeah, and I think he says attitude in there or something.
Attitude was involved.
Attitude was involved, and the main characters were teleported from where they were to the command center,
quote unquote,
and given their Power Ranger powers. And
during this, the Zordon character revealed that he was actually Zordon's protege. So that actually wasn't ripping it off, and turned it from ripping off the series to, you know, what's the word I'm looking for?
I think, I can't remember the word.
You're terrible.
I know, I'm sorry!
You're supposed to be a writer.
I'm supposed to be the word slinger, and I can't remember a word!
You're bad. It's a
it's not a montage.
No, not a montage.
It's that word where you do an homage. An homage. Yes, an homage to the original series. I tried. It took me a moment.
Terrible.
Yeah, it's an homage to the original series.
And it was fantastic.
But the series itself is also hilarious because they use what to get their stuff?
Cards!
They use cards, so they're clearly marketing to the kids.
And admittedly, I mean, you have to come up with something so that you can continue to market the series. It's just not the way I would have done it.
Well, and not only that, but in the context of the story, the Zordon character finds the most arbitrary reasons to give them cards for new stuff.
Oh my god, you made a friend! Cards!
Oh my god, you learned how to tie your shoes! Cards!
Did I mention cards?
You seem to be driving a motorcycle.
You get a card.
On motorcycles.
No.
No.
It's not a game.
Card games on motorcycles.
No.
Hey, you say.
No.
I've come.
No.
To the city.
No.
Okay, we're not doing this apparently.
A funny thing happened on the way to Thor's hammer.
Yeah, a funny thing happened on the way to Thor's hammer. Go check that out. If you haven't seen the little snippet involving Agent Coulson from the Avengers movie, from the S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, that was really cool and a fan favorite. It's a little snippet you can find on YouTube. A funny thing happened on the way to Thor's hammer. Really funny. But the Power Rangers, Megaforce, this is supposed to be the series that brings all of the old series back together.
Quote unquote.
It's supposed to be for the 20th anniversary.
Yeah, it's supposed to be, and we'll see how that works out.
Well, you know, unfortunately, the series is on hiatus right now. I don't know if it's like if the season ended or if they're on a mid-season break, but they're not coming back till later this year. You can catch all the episodes on what website?
We were using Hulu, I believe.
Was it free Hulu?
No, I think it was Hulu Plus.
Okay, well, you could probably find it somewhere on the internet if you do enough searches.
If you search long enough, you can find it.
If you search long enough. So go check it out. If you're a fan of the original Power Rangers, you might get a kick out of, have a little bit of a nostalgia kick.
Yes.
It was enjoyable enough. Mm-hmm. And that one chick is really, really attractive.
God, really? This is where you're going?
The Pink Ranger.
So the Asian.
The Asian.
I think I might have to harm you now.
Help. Somebody help.
Nope, no one can save you.
Oh, God.
So, anyways, that was Power Rangers.
All right, so that was Power Rangers. We covered most of our topics for the week, so I guess we'll get into our weekly
gaming stuff.
Our weekly gaming stuff. Should I go first or you?
I'm gonna start rambling about Deadpool and Borderlands, so you can go where you want.
We have to do League as well.
I'm gonna get to that eventually.
Okay, well I'll go ahead with Guild Wars. New Guild Wars, Guild Wars 2. I'm a big Guild Wars 2 player. I didn't get to mention this last week. We just finished the Dragon Bash event last month, a couple of weeks ago. Now we're doing the Aetherblade Sky Pirates content, and in 5 days we have new content coming out as well. I believe it's a festival of some sort, or maybe a carnival or something. I'd actually have to look it up really quick.
I'm not familiar with it at all.
But we got new content coming out. The Aetherblade Sky Pirates brings in a new dungeon New jumping puzzle, new achievements to acquire. I think it brings in new skins as well, new weapon skins. So anybody that plays Guild Wars 2 out there or wants to play Guild Wars 2, because it is free to play after you purchase the game.
Which is really not that bad.
It's really not that bad. No monthly subscriptions with this one. For what you get with new content every month...
More or less.
New free content every... Well, I mean, they do give you new content every month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So with the $60 for the game, you could probably even find it for... probably even find it discounted. But for the $60 plus new content every month, plus the content you already get, it's a pretty good deal. And we got new content right now, Aetherblade Sky Pirates. Check it out. Wes?
Okay, so first I'm going to start rambling about the Borderlands DLC that I talked about last week. I bought it this weekend. I finished it this weekend. Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragonfang Keep. And it was fantastic.
You know, you were trying to explain the premise to me.
It's okay. So effectively, from what I understand, because I actually have played through the entire thing now, this is taking place while your characters, the Vault Hunters, are beating up a Hyperion informant to try and get information from him. And so the three of the other characters that were the characters from the first game, minus Roland because he's dead, and Tiny Tina, who's a character from the second game, who was the crazy demolitionist 13-year-old. The best demolitionist on the planet, by the way.
Go on.
Are trying to run a game of bunkers and badasses above them.
Which is kind of a D&D style game.
It is exactly D&D. They use D20s and everything.
Well, except that it's post-apocalyptic with guns and whatnot.
No, it's just if D&D existed in the Borderlands universe, it'd be called bunkers and badasses.
Okay, so that's it.
Yeah, and so it's effectively just them running through it with Tina as the game master. And it's fantastic.
And then there's the meta story of her having to come to terms with the fact that...
she can't accept people dying.
Yeah, so there's also the meta story within...
Well, not so that you actually feel like you're accomplishing something, because, this
otherwise the
fantasy
DLC
world you're playing in doesn't actually exist.
Yeah, the DLC is otherwise pointless.
But it does give them a lot of excuses to bring back a lot of fun characters that were dead. Like, if you've already beaten the main storyline, you get to see the handsome sorcerer that isn't Handsome Jack, who isn't the villain.
And they're never coming back again.
Until, we get more DLC. Although this was the last DLC of the Season Pass.
So, any DLC from now on means you have to pay for it?
Yep.
Nope. Shoot.
I paid for this.
Oh, well, I know.
I thought it was worth it.
Whatever.
Also, this weekend I obtained Deadpool.
The Deadpool video game. I didn't play, but I watched him play.
Oh, my God. And he missed a lot of the good parts.
Yeah, apparently so. Did you see the Easter egg with the sexy party?
Yes.
The sexy pool party?
Yeah, you get thrown into that. There's no escaping that.
Oh, okay. Did you do all the women?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
Because there were like 8. But anyway.
Yeah, the game lets you know, hey, they're women's.
Well, for those that don't know Deadpool, he's a comic book character from the Marvel Universe, otherwise known as the Merc with a Mouth.
He started off originally as one of the best assassins in the Marvel Universe. And then the Weapon X program found out about him.
And they tried to make him better.
They gave him Wolverine's healing power.
Except they gave him a botched version.
No, they gave him the full version. He just so happened to have cancer.
Oh, yeah.
Also got Wolverine's healing power.
You're right. That's right. That's his backstory. The cancer that he had got the healing factor as well and just spread everywhere. It doesn't kill him.
No, because he's nigh permanent regeneration. He literally cannot die.
Yeah, it takes a lot to kill him.
No, I mean, death talks to him, and he's trying to get to death, but they can't be together because Deadpool can't die.
Well, I don't know. I think if you literally...
You would have to disintegrate him.
Yeah, disintegrate him is pretty... Yeah, atomize him pretty much is what I... But you enjoyed it.
Oh, God, I enjoyed it. It was not worth what I paid for it, though, in my opinion.
Okay, so if you want to play the game,
Buy it used.
Because
then you can return it if you bought it from a GameStop.
Or wait until the price goes down.
Because I bought it for full price with trade-in value, and I mean, it's good. It's fun. I beat it in a day.
I mean, he was laughing a lot.
Oh, God, I had so many good times. I will go back and play it again. I'm going to loan it out to a lot of friends because it was a great game.
He's going to make sure he gets the bang for his buck, or at least other people get bang for his buck.
Yeah.
But not worth the $60 by yourself.
Actually, only $50.
Oh, $50. Well, still, not even worth the $50.
But, and that was the Deadpool video game.
All right, and League. Go.
League, I only have 2 real quick bits because I'm probably not going to keep doing the 10 free champs for the week because I honestly am starting to forget how some of them work. I have to go back and do more research. 2 things that happened recently.
By the way, Wes Hatter here might be starting his own separate
podcast so that I can ramble about League.
Yeah, his own League podcast, which will also be posted.
Yes.
an idiot blathering about League.
Sure, I'm okay with that.
Or League of Legends blathering, but whatever, go on.
One of the first bits we got is for the new character that they've been hinting at. He is apparently a Templar gunslinger.
Ooh.
We don't really know how he's going to build yet. Some of us are guessing attack damage, some are guessing ability power, most are guessing attack damage.
I might just play for that.
But that's because you're a nerd.
Yeah, I love gunslingers.
I know you do now, shut up.
Okay.
They released a little bit on the League of Legends website about, I think it's Shadows and Prophecies. It's a little hint about his backstory and about apparently his most hated, rival villain character. Because he hates someone really, really badly. We have theories about who it is, but we're not sure yet. I'll wait to get until this revealed. And the other bit is the new Udyr skin.
Udyr skin. Who's
Yes.
Udyr?
Udyr is a character who is mostly used for his jungling capacity. He has these 4 forms that he can activate, which is Tiger form, or Tiger stance, Turtle stance, Bear stance, and Phoenix stance. Based off which stance he is in, certain things trigger and happen.
Okay.
And each stance has its own unique benefits, and you can get multiple benefits for a very short period of time, like a couple of seconds if you pop them fast enough.
Okay, so what's this new skin for him?
This new skin is more of a Chinese take on it. It's going to be one of these super legendary skins that cost like 1,900 to 22,000 or 2,200 RP points, which is the riot points, which are the ones you have to buy with real money. It's going to come out to about $15 for just the skin if you already have the character.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't pay $15 for a skin personally, but
it looks really, really bad.
Says the guy that paid lots of money on Guild Wars Gem Store.
Yeah, not that much though.
I've spent more than you think.
Okay then. So you're a hypocrite.
A little. Well, I mean, there's a difference between stuff that's actually useful in the game and just an aesthetic skin.
That's what you think.
I mean, all the stuff I bought from the Guild Wars Gem Store has a benefit in game. Like I bought unbreakable harvesting tools,
which admittedly is incredibly useful.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but I'll probably still end up getting the skin anyways, just because it looks really cool. It's very interesting. I might have to show it to you later, but that's really the only thing that's happened with League.
That's your League minute for the week?
Yeah, my League 3 minutes.
Okay, well we are definitely over our time, so we're gonna go ahead and say goodbye for this week.
Yep.
Say goodbye, Wes.
Goodbye, people.
I really thought you were gonna hit me with a goodbye, Wes.
Oh no.
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 No. Goodbye, Wes.
No. Fuck you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.